guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa with Budget and Style Designs, and today I am here filming the video for November paycheck number 2. Let's go ahead and dive on into this week's budgeting video. So I am back with my Parku pen. It is the 0.7 millimeter, the 3 times faster drying, and I am here in the brown. And the washi tape I have here is from Gilded. You can head on over to my Etsy shop if you want to buy a little sample card that includes these different washi tapes. The link is down in the description down below. My Etsy shop is Budget and Style Designs. There's a little bit about what I'm doing. I am keeping budgeting cheap, easy, simple, relatable, real, and raw. So I am using a Mead notebook that is in this really cute design. So it's a Mead notebook with a little nautical design, super cute, was a couple dollars at Target I believe, and then I budget with cute pens, washi tape, and stickers. And so I've had some people asking, what am I using, how am I doing it, and I am just keeping my budgeting as simple and cheap as possible. So budgeting doesn't need to make you go broke. November week 2 does run from November 8th through, let me pull up my calendar really quick, November 14th. I am using the labels that came with my Erin Condren Life Planner. So these were in the back of the planner. I just cut them out. And I feel like the green goes really good with my washi tape, so I'm just going to be using these stickers. I do have a link down below if you'd like to get Erin Condren to get the planner or to order stickers. There are a ton of Etsy shops that I absolutely love. I think I'm going to start doing some planning videos where I am just like recording, doing my weekly planning in my life planner. I am planned ahead. One night I stayed up almost all night just kind of knocking it out. There was a lot of stress going on and I wanted something fun to do, and so I love this kind of stuff. And so I think I'm going to bring those videos to this channel, and if you're interested in them, great, and if not, you can just keep watching the budgeting videos. But I have found the key in budgeting is finding a hobby, finding something that makes you happy, something you enjoy doing, and also planning. And so I'm going to be doing a meal planning video that I'm actually going to film right after this one to show when you aren't planning, your budget goes out of control. So who here can relate that their budget is totally out of control due to shopping, like at the grocery store, where you're spending more money than you mean to, or you're eating out because you don't have food, or you're stopping at Starbucks because you don't have coffee. And so I'm going to share how we plan ahead so that we can simplify our budget. And we're in our 3rd month of budgeting. So month 3, the hardest things I have found were finding a hobby to help pass my time and something that I enjoy doing. Secondly was budgeting groceries. So making sure that we had a plan for what we were eating, when we were eating it, and all of that. And then thirdly was just being realistic. So trying to kind of force things to happen a little faster than what they were meant to or how they really happen in real life has made things a little bit harder. So those are my top 3 tips that I really just recommend to you to help make your budgeting journey a little bit easier. I am going to start with our income. I'm going to put it right here, and you guys can see how fast that dried. It's completely dry and it didn't smear at all, which thank God, because I didn't think about it and ran my finger over it right away. Okay, so our income, we are just going to do our salary this week. We are not going to factor in anything else, so we're just going to do the $894, and that is going to be it for income. Now I am going to do, I can't remember last week how I did it, so I'm going to do a category of keep in the checking. I just went on to the next label a little bit. So keep in the checking. You guys know that is always going to be gas. And I'm going to try and straighten up so you guys aren't looking at this sideways. Gas, and that's $30. And then we did have some expenses this week that we used the checking that we weren't planning on. So first off, I'm going to do Dominion. I paid Dominion, which was $56. And so we've got that. And then I've got dinner. Last night we ordered pizza before I was able to get the budget done, so we just used the debit card and it was $30. And then we had to get toner for our printer. We had to print a lot of documents with the business this week, and so we do use this a lot for personal as well. So we just purchased the toner from our checking. And so the total that we're keeping in checking, or that technically most of this is already spent at this point before I was able to do the budget. So 30, 56, 30, and 45. This is $161 that's going to be coming in the checking. So $894 minus $161. Oh, dinner was $20, not $30. It's like, wait a minute, this isn't right. $151. Okay, and so that leaves us with $743. So that's the cash that we're going to be pulling out, is $743. I'm going to do that down here because I already know that is what we are pulling out. Actually, I already pulled it out because I went to the bank before I did this. And so I'm working a little reverse engineering this week. So we have, next is fixed expenses. And so we can bring that down probably right about here. Now I am going to go into a list of our fixed expenses. We have, last week, I pulled out categories to be able to just really get the budget dialed in now that we've kind of learned and we've got things figured out. So I am going to bring in all of the categories, and I'm just going to go ahead and play some music and fast forward right through this. Here we have all of our categories for our fixed expenses. And so let me go ahead and share what we're going to be pulling out for this week. So I am so excited. We are finally at our point where you guys have watched all of September, all of October. We've been trying to figure out how do we get everything paid plus start saving ahead. So somebody had asked me about their rent. When you're getting started in your budgeting, you kind of have to learn when things are due, you have to pay them. But then you need to start allocating your money and splitting it up. So if your mortgage is due or your rent is due, of course you need to pay it. But then what you want to do is you want to get to the point that you are saving your payments over the course of the month. So if you're paid weekly, you want to be dividing your total amount by 4. If you are bi-weekly, you want to be dividing your total amount of your rent divided by 2, and you want to be saving it so that come time to pay rent, you aren't spending your entire check paying rent and then it's literally not livable. You don't have money for gas, you don't have money for food, you don't have money to save for your other bills. Like that's what leads to struggling in budgeting. And I understand it's where we all start, but where you want to move is to being able to dividing things out over your number of paychecks so that you're saving up, or coming up with a system of like the first check you're paying this, the second check you're paying this, the third check you're paying this, and so on. I have found what has been easiest and most successful for myself because I am a spender. If the money's there, I tend to spend it even though I know I shouldn't. And it's just a bad habit. What we have found works best is dividing all of our bills by 4 or doing the best that we can to be as close to that. And you guys are gonna see this is the official first time we are dividing everything by 4 and really breaking out the money. Now we did have to break down our cash envelopes a little bit differently, but I'm really excited to show you guys, and let's go ahead and get started, that our mortgage, we are saving $205. That is 1/4 of what our mortgage is. PNC line of credit, we're doing $27. Now, Edward Jones, we only pay $60 a month, and I am going to be skipping saving for that. Our Mazda, I need to come back to. The Honda, we need $83 because it's due next week. Dominion, we paid up here, so I'm actually just gonna put a line for it down here because we paid it completely, we paid it this week. And so utilities, I have 70, but I think I need to make that a little bit higher. I am going to do 90. Then the orthodontist, we're gonna do 10. Some of these I have adjusted based on what is currently in the envelope and what we still need. Netflix, SiriusXM is 5. Netflix, I'm just gonna do 5. Yard maintenance, we just got our bill, and so I am going to pay him next week. I'm gonna save half of it this week and half of it next week. And so I will total that up there at the end. I have Mazda Blink. We might not be able to save for the Mazda this week. We might be throwing it towards debt. There is still just a little bit of a learning curve happening this week. But next week, I'm gonna have like a clear goal on what our income is, and I'm gonna share that with you guys this week as well. So one of the mistakes I figured out I was doing is I was moving the money from eBay over like throughout the week, and it was making it so confusing for me. I wasn't able to stay clear on what was happening, and so I am leaving all of the money until next week, and then I'll pull out with eBay. We really didn't sell hardly anything on eBay this week. I didn't put up any new listings. That's actually what I'm gonna be working on today. So I am going to move on to our debt category, but I'm just letting you guys know why is our salary, why are we only basing on salary? It's because I was on the Hot Mess Express just trying to move stuff all over the place, and it was making it so difficult. So I'm taking a week to let things just kind of calm down, really be able to dive in it from there. So debt, I am going to start with the J. Barclay. And we are going to be doing $28, and that is due tomorrow. We've got Target, we're gonna be doing 40. I think I'm gonna run out of lines, so I am just gonna do J. Barclay, Target, and I may put stuff in Lending Club if there's anything left, which there may not be. Okay, and then I am going to come over to cash envelopes. Literally, if you guys decide to get these pens, again, highly recommended. I will link to my Amazon store. I actually have created a little store in Amazon so that I can start sharing things with you guys. I want to be sharing my favorite products, what I really love, things that I've tried and found. Like, I like a more natural and holistic way of life. I don't like using a lot of chemicals, and I'm gonna be honest, I have found a really great concentrate that I use for cleaning, and I use it for everything. So I don't have to buy Windex and kitchen cleaner and bathroom cleaner. Like, I use this one cleanser for everything. Outside of, I still buy toilet bowl cleaner. I do still buy something to clean the windows just because we have 4 dogs. Our windows get messy with nose prints and them jumping on them and whatnot. And so groceries, again, like I said, we're just gonna take that down to 0. We are going to do my husband's spending, and I am going to pass on my own spending because if you guys have been watching my videos, this next weekend, so the 16th, is our surprise party I've been planning for my husband, and I need the extra money to go to other things this week. So I'm just foregoing, and he doesn't know I'm planning all of this, so of course I'm still gonna give him his spending and just keep it as simplified and keep things under wraps. I can't wait to share with you guys how the surprise party goes. I'm so excited. We have 35 people coming, and he knows nothing. He has no clue about it, and so it's gonna be really exciting. One of his best friends is flying in from out of town, and we are going up to Cleveland is where we're gonna go. We live in Ohio, so we're gonna go up to Cleveland, and we're going up on Saturday afternoon, hang out and spending the day together, and then the surprise party, and then we're hanging out in Cleveland all day Sunday. And it is gonna be such a good time, such a good getaway, just a good time to have a break. So I've been talking through this whole thing. For spending, he's gonna get 20. For clothes, I'm gonna do 25. I had told you guys I used my Kohl's charge to get some things for winter time and some clothes and different things that we needed, but I am determined. So like, as I'm saving up in the clothes envelope, when I actually get the Kohl's bill, I'm gonna take the clothes envelope and apply it to the Kohl's bill. I hope that just made sense. The vet pet care, I'm doing $40, and we're actually gonna spend that this week. All 4 dogs are getting baths this week. They need it. They are super dirty. It's time. Like, I've been trying to budget it in, and I'm like, you know, they just need to get there. Dentist is going to get $7. Medical, I'm just gonna do $30. So we have an appointment this week. Our copay is $35. And I have $25 saved, as you guys will see when we get to the cash stuffing. Toiletries, I'm kind of gonna use this as toiletries / groceries. I'm only doing $30, giving $30 to spend at the store for whatever we may need. So I'm gonna kind of reverse engineer totaling up things. I'm gonna total up our cash envelopes first, and then I think what I'm gonna do is whatever amount I have remaining after I total up all of the other figures, I'm gonna divide that by 2 and put half towards Lending Club and half towards Mazda. That is my thought at the moment. So let's go ahead and total this up. The total is $172. Okay, and I can already see the total for debt is $68. So I'm actually just gonna pull my envelope over here from the bank, and I'm gonna put debt is $68. And then I want to come down here and total up our fixed expenses. My phone is not cracked, it's just my screen protector, but I do need to get a new one of those. I'm gonna go ahead and total up our fixed expenses now. Okay, so if I totaled that right, our fixed expenses are $455. Our total cash is $743, which I've put into the calculator. I'm gonna take out the cash envelopes, $172, and then I am going to bring over the debt we have is $68. The fixed are $455. That leaves us with $48 divided by, you know what, actually I'm gonna do 25 towards Lending Club, and then 23. So Lending Club, I added in 25, and then I'm gonna do 23 for Mazda. Just so we're throwing something towards it. Those are 2 pretty big payments, and I feel good about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give real totals for this section, which actually I know 23 plus 455. That makes our fixed expenses $478. And then our debt is going to be $68 plus 25, $93. I am actually just going to use the little card that I took to I just realized I put the wrong figure there. It's $768. I looked at my bank, what I took out from the bank, wrong. So I am just going to quickly go through. I'm not going to break it down like I normally do because the bank didn't have 100s actually. So what I got were 50. Okay, so the way that I do this typically is I'll say I've got mortgage 205. So I will go mark down in the hundreds. I'll put 2 slashes in the hundreds and 1 slash in the 5. But I actually just fixed this to what I actually got from the bank, just to make it simple because they didn't have hundreds when I was there. I will be back in just a minute, all set up for the cash envelope, so I will see you guys in just a few seconds. I'm gonna just go ahead and split up the cash and get ready for the cash envelope stuffing. Okay, so here we have all of our cash. We have the budget. I am going to start with our mortgage. It is $205, 51, 52, and then $5. And I am going to pull the mortgage envelope. I am going to pull my black pen, and I am going to say November 8th. I'm adding in 205. The balance is 205. So if you guys can remember, I added these last time. I will be adding a tracker to the back of my envelopes. when I can. So for right now, I still have a ton, like hundreds of envelopes to be able to get up for you guys. I just need to get pictures taken and get them actually listed. So make sure you guys head on over to the Etsy shop. I'll do an update over on Instagram once I actually get more envelopes, because there are so many cute envelopes. I just have not had the time to get them all up. That is going to be my focus of what I'm trying to get done so that you guys can see them and get envelopes. I am going to do 27 for PNC. So 25, 6, 7. But what I was trying to say is I will add trackers, but I need to get all the envelopes that I have done so far listed. They're already done, they're already made. I just need to get them up. So it was $27. So the balance over here is going to be $27. Edward Jones, I was skipping this week because it's so easy to make up. Dominion, we paid this week. And so actually, I have $28 in here. And so November 8th, we did plus 28. We just did it in the bank. And then so the balance was 56. And then we paid it. So it's down to 0. That doesn't make sense. So balance 0. So minus, the camera just died while I was writing that. So I did minus 56. So our balance is down to 0. And I'm gonna go put this 28 in the account. The Mazda, we are doing $23. So I am going to do November 8th. $23, and so the balance is going to be $23. So 21, 2, 3. The Honda, we are going to do $83. So 50, 70, 80. 1, 2, 3. I can already tell I need $2 over here. So I went and got the cash out, and so it might be a little bit messy this week. I normally have this ready before I go to the bank, so I was kind of eyeballing it. So I'm adding in 50, 70, 80, 3, which is going to bring the total. So our balance is going to be, this was 144. It is 227, and then we are going to pay it. So minus 227, which means our balance will be 0. So the Honda, you guys can see, we're down to 0 because we are paying that. So I am going to put this over in the stack to go back into our checking. Utilities, we are going to put in 90, so 50, 70, 90. So the balance was 70. And then November 8th, I'm adding in 90. Brings our balance to 160. Okay. So the utilities, we have 160. The orthodontist, we are at $30 already, so we only need 10 this week because we pay it next week and we need to have 50. So November 8th, we are doing 10, and that brings our balance to 40. So you guys can see we've got $40. Sirius XM is going to get 5, and there's 5 in there now. So our balance will be 10. And I did look this up and it gets paid on, it's $17. So I think I have it rounded up to 20. So we'll just keep that. It gets $20 and it's paid on the 18th. Netflix gets $14 and it is paid on the 29th. But that will now have $10. Yard maintenance doesn't have anything right now, but we are putting in 30. Our bill is for 50, so we're gonna add 30, and then the balance will be 30. 20, 30. And if for some reason I feel like I might have an extra 20 when this is all said and done, if I do, then I will just pay the yard maintenance this week. Okay, now we're over to our debt. So J. Barclay, I don't have a card for yet. And I actually don't even know where the cards are right now, so I will remember to do that for next week. We have 28 in here. We're gonna be putting another 28, 20, 25, 6, 7. Have it one here. Okay, so I was shy 4 ones. Luckily, I have a little jar where I'm keeping extra ones, and that's where I'm pulling them out. I think what it's gonna be is my denominations are just gonna be a little off, and that's because I went to the bank. My daughter's working today, and so I had to run to the bank and get cash out so I could film this video where she's at work, and I didn't want you guys to have to wait longer to get the video, so I was just a little off on what I took out, which isn't a big deal. We have it here. So the total in here is going to be 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's actually going to be coming to 0 because that is due. I'm going to move that over to what needs to go back into the bank. Target has $20 and it's going to get another $20. And this is going to go in my wallet. I'll just keep it in the Target envelope for right now because Target is due this week. L. Barclay, I'm skipping for today. Capital One, I'm skipping. Lending Club, I'm going to put in $25. Sorry, I'm shy on the ones. Hopefully you guys aren't judging me too much that the denominations are a little bit off. I'm probably gonna end up with an extra 5 at the end is probably what's happened. But I'm doing the best that I can with what we had for this week. Oh, I wanted to also announce that I do have our winner for the cash envelopes for our 400 subscriber giveaway. So the 400 subscriber giveaway was this set of the watercolor envelopes and then a washi tape card. And you guys are gonna see this washi tapes I will be using in my November budget video, which I am going to be doing today after I film my other videos. These are going to be going to Miss Chantel Murphy. So Chantel is a new subscriber. She commented on my 400 subscriber video. She headed over to Instagram and she added a comment on Instagram, which gave her a bonus entry. And she was who came up in my random drawing. So Chantel, congratulations. I will be giving you a shout out over on Instagram as well. And then I just need you to send me a message and let me know where you want me to send these. So congratulations. Okay, so back to the budget. My nail polish is seriously coming off like crayon all over. I needed a top coat and I didn't do my top coat yet. So it is coming off all over my paper. But I don't know if you guys can see that. I told you this week I'm just challenging not to spend money on groceries or eating out. I'm skipping my spend. My husband is going to get 20 in his spending envelope. I don't keep a card in that. That is just for him. Hopefully I remember to give it to him this week. I think I've been forgetting and we've just been moving it into other things. So clothes, we had a beginning balance of 65. I am going to be adding in another 25. So November 9th, we are doing plus 25. And so our balance will now be at 90. Oops. I don't know if you guys caught that. I counted the money and stuck it all together. The pet care has 40 and will be getting 40, and this will be going down to 0 this week because we are getting all 4 dogs baths, and that is going to be $80, but it is $80 well spent. I'm sure they will appreciate it. We are so bad on that. They haven't had baths in a little while, and so they really need them. But I am just going to keep that back in the pet care envelope. And what I'll be doing is just taking this envelope out and then along with Target. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now so I don't want to forget. So pet care is going to go into my wallet this week along with Target because I pay that in store. And so those will be in my wallet this week so that when I go to Target, I can pay that, and then when I go to get them their baths as well. Okay, so dentist is $567. And that is going to put us at $35 in our account, our dentist account. I need to check and see when my husband is actually going to the dentist. Medical, we are putting 10 in. So the balance is 35, and then we will be appointment, so down to 0. Okay, so I got the 10, so it will be at 35. I am putting that back in the checking. It's my husband. He is actually going to counseling right now to work through some things, and he's going like every other week. So that's what we know is coming up. I actually have an appointment the beginning of December to check my blood work, and so yeah, we need to save a little bit extra over the next so that we've got all of those copays in there. But $30 is going into toiletries. This is one that will be going into my wallet as well. That's just pretty much going to be what we have for miscellaneous things at the store. We really didn't need any toiletries, and then what we have is $40 for our events, our gifts, whatever you guys want to call it. This is for our birthday celebration and then Christmas. So we are adding 20. So then we will be at 140, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, wait, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60. Oh, I put my husband's money we didn't spend last week. I moved it over there. So we actually have 160 in here, which is great because we are going out next week, and then we do have $5 left. So I just didn't have my ones pulled out ahead. So there is another one over in the jar. I'm not gonna grab it. I'm actually just gonna put this $5 in the jar just because it's replacing the $5 I pulled out. And so there you have it. We had actually 160. And I don't, what am I doing over here? So we actually put in 40. But I'm going to put 60 this week because I said we put from the spending. I'm wondering if he's going to say where have my cash envelopes been going. He just hasn't asked for them, so I moved the money over. and gave us an extra 20 bucks for our weekend out next weekend. So there you have it. There is our cash envelope stuffing. I feel like it was a little bit messy because I had rushed to the bank. I was pulling ones out of my little jar as we were going, but it's okay because we're all set. We've got that money. We had an extra $5. That was where the mix-up was. And so here is our budget for this week. So next week, we should be totally on point. We should be getting made up for the Mazda and figuring out how to divide that out over these next 3 paychecks, since we have 5 paychecks in the month of November. And then I just need to get on point with budgeting the money for the debt and then getting all of our cash envelopes pulled back in. So there you have it. Here, I found my little note cards, so I will be doing note cards for the debt envelopes. And that is it for this week's video. So Chantel, congratulations on winning my giveaway. I am so excited for you, girl. It's going to be awesome to have the set of envelopes in your budgeting. And then thank you guys for being my loyal subscribers. I'm so thankful to everyone subscribed to my channel. If you have not yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. You click the little red subscribe box. You can click the little bell notification so that you know when my next videos come up. I appreciate it when you guys like my videos. When you comment, let me know. Share how it's going in your budgeting journey because I want to hear how you're doing and how things are going. And then head on over and follow me on Instagram. I am working so hard on trying to get involved and show up there. It is going to take some time. It's just not something I'm used to doing, so I don't think about it. But you guys can find me there at Budget and Style Designs, and then I will have some additional videos coming up for you guys this week, so stay tuned for a how to meal plan on a budget video. I am going to have my November budgeting video. My October wrap-up just went up this morning, so I will link to it up here in the cards so you guys can go check that out. And then, are you guys interested in a 12 days of Christmas where I will do a different video every day sharing tips about budgeting leading into Christmas, whether it be setting up your budget for the following year, how to budget for, let me know if that would be of interest to you to see various videos that can go towards budgeting. A few of them maybe, but videos of our new puppies. Our dog Ellie is due to have puppies December 3rd, so I will be sure to share that with you guys. And I just want to thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart for following my channel and supporting and joining me in this journey to become debt-free. Until I see you guys next time, I hope you have a great week. Bye guys!